Racism inside of school systems, we highlight these. It is insane, it is bad, and it needs to be handled properly. Students racially harassed a black teen on the bus. Let's put up a picture of this young black teenager. This was at Lavaca Middle School in Arkansas. Black teenage girl was taunted with racial epithets as she boarded a school bus, but it wasn't the first time. She's a 7th grader. Has faced all of this since transferring to the middle school in the fall. Now, let me give you some chilling detail about what happens when kids like this are bullied. The kids on the bus, they called her, put a picture back up for me. The kids on the bus, they called her things like Rosa Parks, as if that's a bad thing. And they shouted Black Lives Matter as if that's a negative. And they called her the N-word. Her name is Alyssa Shaw. Alyssa said the chants were so loud that she could not hear her own voice. Alyssa also said in October, a male student followed her, calling her the N-word and saying that he hates black people. Her mother has since pulled her out from the school. This is sad. Now, what conservatives will tell you is that this is not actually a problem in K through 12 education, even though we highlight this every week on Indisputable. They will say, no, we need to make laws to ban the teaching of critical race theory, even though it's not even taught in K through 12 education. They want you to fix things that are not broken. They don't want to fix things that are. In a letter to Becky Burris, that's the young lady's mother, the school principal said the school district investigated the incident and found violations of the school district's bullying policy. District officials told reporters they could not provide specifics on the discipline actions because the students are minors. I don't know what students were punished and not punished and what their punishments were, the mother said. It concerned me that she might be cornered or picked on again. The local police department said they opened an investigation and the students who bullied the teenager could face possible harassment charges. That's not the only school. There's another middle school, it's in Maryland. Let's put up a picture of Middleton Middle School, okay? 3 teenagers have now been charged with hate crimes after making racist threats on social media and Snapchat. They posed with guns with the caption saying, slaves run away, we finna shoot some more N-words. These are children, okay? Investigators said 3 white 8th graders at Middleton Middle School posed with weapons and used racial slurs in Snapchat posts that were later shared Wednesday in a group chat with other students. And one of the teens was immediately pulled from class after school staffers learned of the post. Authorities said one of the weapons was real, while the others were BB or airsoft guns. And one of the teens was charged with firearm possession by a minor. But investigators said the teen's parents were not liable for the child gaining access to the gun. Those teens' parents are liable for that damn racism. See, racism is learned, which means it must be taught. And typically, not 100%, but 9 out of 10, if you have a racist child, you have a racist home environment. There's a culture there. It comes from somewhere. Ms. Dahl, thoughts?
You know, these children are completely captive audiences. So it does take you and all of us really highlighting their stories and helping them here. You know, the difference between Arkansas and Maryland and the fact that the Maryland, they've already pressed these hate crime charges. Arkansas was one of 3 states who didn't have any hate crime law on its books. Last year it passed one, but it's very weak. And that could be why they haven't yet been charged. Whereas Maryland, it's a hate crime for verbally abusing, slurring someone, which allowed them the authorities to do something about it. This highlights how important the laws we pass are. And then in terms of, I really hope the school and the cities realize that they can do something about this. It may sound trite, but reading books from various diverse authors and learning about different people's experiences as part of the curriculum, doing field trips, having assemblies, like you said, if they're not getting it from the home, introducing to people that we are all the same, really, having compassion and empathy for each other. Teaching that, we can teach that in the school, and some schools are actually really good at that, and others should take the lesson from them.
Yeah, and you make a very strong point about the reality of racism being learned, right? You can deconstruct that. It is a constructed model, yes, but you can deconstruct that model. But when you eliminate books on Rosa Parks, which we have seen state legislatures do so, all of a sudden you think Rosa Parks is a negative. If you're a student, maybe a white student, you think it's a negative. You think it's something to criticize a black student about and say Rosa Parks, that's a badge of honor, damn it. That's not anything to be critical about. Or saying Black Lives Matter is somehow adversarial and a negative. Once again, you're miseducated, but you have been designed to believe as you believe. And when we eliminate curriculum that's based on true history, we are unable to unravel the mess that many of these students have been taught in their home life.